everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is going to be hair. So everything you might want to know about a curly mane. What you see here right now are actually my natural curls. I've had them all my life. And the thing about curly hair is that every morning it's always a surprise. You don't really know how it will turn out for that day. So it's always something to look forward to. But one thing that I've learned after all these years is that you can tame your hair and that you can keep frizz at bay to make it look its best. Living in Southeast Asia means having to battle with humidity and frizz every single day. So I just want to share with you guys just some of the products and some styling tips and tricks that I've learned through the years to keep my hair healthy, bouncy, and shiny. Contrary to popular belief, curly hair is not that high maintenance. Like, you would use as much product as you would for straight hair, and you would give it as much love and attention as you would for straight hair, depending on your preference. Though I must say that having curls makes mornings easier, as styling is usually a breeze. Having curls means having sexy hair that you can easily take from a day look to a night look. And I often get told that I have glamorous looking hair, even though I just have it, down like this and without any fancy styling involved. So I actually have dark brown hair with fine strands, and it tends to err on the dry side. The strands are pretty smooth, but they tend to be cooperative in holding updos together, and when brushed apart, my hair tends to look like it has waves. Through the years, I've gone from long to short, long again, short again, doesn't matter. I'm pretty adventurous when it comes to cutting my hair, but one thing is for certain. If you want your curls to be bouncy, you want them to look healthy, and you want them to, curl out nicely, your hair has to be cut in layers. This will ensure that the curls that grow, like on the lower side of your head, will have room to breathe and curl up. So right now, as you can see, I am in need of some layering. But yeah, that's how you keep them in good shape, because if you cut your hair in just one straight line, and all the curls from underneath will just poof, and then your hair will tend to look like a triangle, or it will tend to poof out from below. It's not a pretty sight. That was my haircut when I was in grade school, thanks to my grandma. I often go for shampoos and conditioners that are specific for curly hair or the anti-frizz ones. I also started going for sulfate-free formula shampoos, and it ended up with good results. So right now I'm using products from DIANE, which is an Italian brand. This is a shampoo and a conditioner from their Love line, which helps me keeping my hair frizz-free. So it has done wonders to my hair, and I'm in love with these two. So when my hair is feeling really dry, I tend to put oil on it at night. So I do not rub it onto my scalp. What I do is that I put some from the midsection down to the tips. So I try to be generous with it, and I put oil before braiding my hair for bed. So that's just like a big part of my nightly ritual. So I tend to alternate between these two products. This is the NATURELLE Argan pour ELIXIR d'Argan. I do not read French, but I'm pretty sure that's just a fancy way of saying pure argan oil. And this is the other one. This is the Pure Beauty Treatment Hair Care Oil with Camellia Seed Oil from Japan. So this one, I got this from Manila, from Beauty Bar. I think it cost around between 750 pesos to 1,000 pesos, while this one cost me around 15 ringgit or maybe a bit less. So I'm gonna put the conversion rate there below. So once a week, I make sure to use in-shower treatments just to keep my hair happy. After getting my full head of hair colored, I did it twice a week, but now since it's been a couple of months after that, I'm back to doing it once a week. One of the products that I use is the SCHWARZKOPF Total Repair Intensive Repair Mask. So this is the 1-minute kind. So it's a pretty old tub because I've been using this for quite a while, and I've repurchased this a couple of times. This has served me for years and I love it. So what you do is you just shampoo your hair, you use your conditioner, and then after that you just apply this on your hair, wait for a minute, and then rinse it thoroughly, and that's it. It's fuzz free. I love it so much, and it's good for repairing damage, and it's one of those things that made the bleached parts of my hair for the highlights, well, they're pretty much alive because of this. A recent discovery of mine is this. This is the Moist DIANE hair repair mask. There's just something so wrong with the name, but Even though the name is dodgy, this product is amazing. This has also been so good to my hair. It has Moroccan argan oil. I use it similarly to how I would use my Schwarzkopf hair mask, but this one you have to leave it on for 7 minutes. It's a product from Japan, and yeah, I'm just really in love with this. I think this was around 20 something ringgit from Watson's. A friend of mine told me how good the Moist DIANE shampoo is. So that's the reason why I tried to check out the counters and see what else they were offering. And at that time, my hair was still pretty damaged from the coloring, and I was looking for a damage repair shampoo. But when I saw this, I was like, maybe I can stick with my regular shampoo and use this. And yeah, that was a pretty good decision. A lot of people tend to ask me how I style my hair, if it takes so long, or if I still use a curling iron, and I'm like, no, I don't. The thing is, styling my hair is really easy. I only use 2 products at a time. So I usually have one product that helps activate my curls and keeps it frizz-free, and another product which is usually a mousse to keep the curls together. So right now I'm using the Schwarzkopf GLISS Styling Ultimate Mousse. This is the number 5 Mega Stronghold. So if you watched my Europe haul, you would have seen that I bought this, like, I think the number 3 hold, because this is the 5, this is the strongest, and I couldn't find it at that time. The good thing about this is, though, even though it says Mega Stronghold, it doesn't make your hair crunchy. So it just keeps all the curls together, but, you know, it still feels natural. It's not like you use hairspray on it or something. So I got this from an Ethos in Amsterdam, one of their local drugstores there, and this is really cheap. I think probably around 4 euros or something. My mom also keeps my supply happy, so whenever I can't go to Europe, she'll come visit me and she'll bring me my hair stuff. So Schwarzkopf really makes good mousses, and I hope they will bring more of this here. Is this available in KL? Because I haven't seen this anywhere. Next up is the FX Curls Up Curl Reactivator and DEFRIZZANT. So this is an American product which I got from a Watson's in Manila. This is something that I've also repurchased a couple of times. I think this is 299 pesos in Philippines, something that I will not forget. The same brand also has a curl spray. I think I like the spray more than this one because this is like some gel type of formula, and then you will just have to rub it on your hair, and it tends to be sticky on your hands. So if you find the curl activator spray, go for that instead of this. But if you can't find it, this one also works really well. Just wash your hands after. When I was young, I got teased a lot because of my hair, because it's deemed different here in Southeast Asia. When you watch like TV commercials for shampoo, they usually show girls with long straight hair. And at that time, of course, I was a young kid. I didn't know how to style it, and for a while I was pressured into straightening my hair. So I finally gave in, and I think that was one of the worst decisions I have ever made when it comes to my hair, because at that time, I think this was the late 90s or the early 2000s, I had my hair straightened, and at that time there was still no, you know, those fancy Japanese rebonding types of procedures. At that time, we only had the normal straightening procedure, and I ended up with pin straight hair, and that didn't look good on me because it just didn't suit my features. Also, my hair was pin straight. It's like I had chicken wire for hair, and it didn't soften my features the way curly hair would, because as you can see, my face is kind of squarish, and I have strong features, like I have high cheekbones, and oh god, look at that jaw. I can kill someone with this. It's like, I usually like make jokes with my husband like I have a boxer's jaw. It's pretty strong right there. So not that I'm insecure about it, I'm pretty fine with everything, but you know, I just like how my hair frames my face, and that's just one of the things that I ended up liking about my hair. So at that time, straightening damaged my hair heavily, and it took years just to regrow everything. So I think that was some sort of wake-up call for me, and then I realized that, hey, I should love my hair, and I just learn how to play with it. And that's how I learned how to braid, how to style it, and I learned that I should never ever brush it. Okay, maybe not never, but if I want to style my hair like this, what I'll do is that I will avoid the brush, because brushing it will make my hair frizzy and will keep the curls separated. What we want to do is to get the curls to stick together and look like they're very much uniform. After a shower, what I will do is that I'll just apply the product once the excess water has gone. So I'll wrap my hair in a towel, and then once it's not too wet anymore, I will just add the product and then let it air dry. Also avoid the hair dryer, because if you just use it and then, you know, just use it how you would normally would, the curls will also frizz out. So do avoid that. Air drying is your best friend. So I only use hot air on my hair when I want to change my look. So let's say I want to straighten my hair just for that day, but I don't want pin straight hair because it doesn't look good on me. So I usually use this kind of hair dryer from VIDAL SASSOON. So it kind of looks like this, and it has like 3 brush heads, but this one is my favorite. So you just attach this onto that, and I just brush, like it's together, and then you just brush it. I brush it inwards, so I have those like C curls at the end of my strands, and I really like it. So it's like straight but voluminous. It's one of my favorite styles. So at night, after putting oil on your hair, do try to braid it or put it in a loose bun, because I read somewhere that it makes the oil work better. I'm no expert, but I just like doing this because every time I do that, when I wake up, my hair is usually just voluminous and it looks a lot healthier. Lastly, try not to wash your hair every day. So that is pretty hard if you live in Southeast Asia, and that is pretty much impossible to do if you're living in the Philippines. So when I was living in Manila, I couldn't do it. It's just too humid and my scalp just gets too oily. But here in KL, it's also humid, but not as humid in Manila, and I can get away with it sometimes. So I would use dry shampoo sparingly. Don't use too much, as it would also dry your hair and pretty much damage your scalp in the long run. You see, if you wash your hair every day, you're keeping your scalp from building its own natural protection. So every 48 hours, it finishes building like some sort of oil barrier to keep your scalp healthy. And if you keep on washing it off, then you just, you know, you're just drying out your scalp. So that's one thing that I try not to wash my hair every day, but you know, on hot days I do tend to wash it more often. And for this week, I have been washing it every day, which is really bad because I have been swimming, but I'm really trying to make it up to my hair. So if you can get away with not washing it, do it. But use dry shampoo, because nobody likes greasy roots or smelly hair. Alright, so that's all that I have for you guys about hair for today. I'll definitely be back with another hair video soon when I'm trying out new products. I have a lot of products to try for the hair, which you might have seen if you've seen the Europol video. And yeah, do watch out for that, and I will see you again soon. Keep safe, guys, and bye!